Welcome to Bus Driver Life. In this video, I will talk about some reasons why you might hate being a bus driver. Crazy schedule. When you're a bus driver, you're gonna have to be open and available to work late nights, early mornings, holidays, weekends, and split shifts. You need to be available for all of it, especially when you're first starting, the first few years when you're low seniority. You can't walk in there like, well, I can do weekends, but I cannot do late nights, or I can do late nights, but I cannot do early mornings. No, you have to be open for all of it. Like, your schedule is going to belong to the bus company that you work for, because when you're low seniority, you don't really have too many options. You have to be available. You have to be open. Okay? I am not a morning person, but I've had to work shifts where I had to be up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Why do people have to be up that early? What is there to do that early in the morning? Another reason, low seniority your first several years working. Like, seniority is fair because if you've been there 30 years, then you should have first pick versus someone that's been there 30 days. So I'm not saying seniority is not fair. All I'm saying is that it's not fun when you're low seniority. Even when you're kind of mid seniority, that can be a little irritating too, because you're not quite low, but you're not high in the seniority rankings either. So it's like the schedules and the shifts that you have to choose from. Sometimes it'll be really good. Other times it'll be like, what happened? Where's all the good stuff? Who took all the good stuff? And by good stuff, I'm talking about the shifts or the routes that you're gonna run and the different times that you have to choose from. So as you move up in seniority, you get better options for the shifts that you can choose. When you're low seniority, you don't know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get basically what's left over from what everyone else has chosen. You get the leftovers, the scraps. Every once in a while, you'll find an awesome scrap in the scraps, but most of the time, the scraps are not good, so you just pick the best scrap that you can find. You ain't lying. So another thing that you will have to deal with as a bus driver, and it's something that can cause you to not like being a bus driver, is you're gonna have a lot of passengers that are gonna have tons of complaints for you. They're not gonna like anything. Like, check this out.
We have to sit out here and wait a long periodically time. The buses are nasty. The buses are filthy. The buses is not new.
See what I'm talking about? And then sometimes people don't even say words the right way. Well, I have that problem sometimes too. No judgment here, I guess. Just be ready for complaints if you're gonna be a bus driver. It's gonna be a large portion of your job. Everything that you can imagine, people will complain about. They're gonna complain about other people on the bus. They're gonna complain about the bus service. They're gonna complain about the temperature on the bus. They're gonna complain about somebody's perfume or cologne. They're gonna complain about you. They're gonna complain about the speed that you're driving. If you're doing the speed limit and they feel it's too fast, they're gonna complain about it. If you're driving slow, they're gonna complain about it. If you're on time, you might get a complaint about that. If you're late, of course you're gonna get a complaint about that. Just be prepared for complaints. And people are not shy with their complaints. They will get in your face. They will call you names. They will insult you. Wait, call you names and insult you. That's very similar. But they would, some people will physically assault a bus driver. Some people will spit on a bus driver. Like, these are things that might potentially make you hate being a bus driver. Passengers can do some crazy things, okay? They can do some very irritating things at times. We love the passengers. Most of them are very cool and easy to deal with, but you have some that just do things that are really uncalled for. I have a meme for you. It says, "Thanks for waiting for me, and I know I'm not at a stop, and I know this is a surprise, but I don't have the fare either." Why does that happen all the time? You have someone running for your bus. Bus drivers are not supposed to stop the bus when they're not at a bus stop. But there are some bus drivers that will go ahead and just let people on real quick, just being nice. You are risking your job if you do that, because if anything bad or out of the ordinary happens while you're doing that, while you're letting someone on or off at a place that's not a bus stop, the bus driver will be held liable, because you're not supposed to do that. But there are bus drivers that do that. And what ends up happening? This person will flag the bus down. The driver will let them on, and they'll get on like, "Oh yeah, thanks for stopping, but guess what? I don't have any bus fare. Do you think I can still ride?
No, 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 hell no.
And another thing, also kind of the same, similar situation. You let this person on the bus and they get on the bus and they become a troublemaker. They're yelling, they're using profanity, they're being disruptive, all that stuff. And it's like, why did I let them on? Not only did you let them on, you went above and beyond and out of your way and risked your job to let them on. And now they're on the bus acting a straight fool. Another reason why you will hate or could possibly hate being a bus driver is weather. You have to work in all weather conditions. Extreme heat, extreme cold, rain, snow, sleet, hail, whatever. Earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes, it don't matter. They're not trying to cancel the buses for anything. They want you out there driving no matter what. Now seriously, they will cancel the buses for extreme conditions, but they have to be extreme. So be prepared. Wherever you live in the world, whatever the weather conditions are, you will be out there driving the bus. You have to be outside your buses to do your pre-trip inspections and all that type of stuff. So you have to drive this large vehicle with passengers in all weather conditions, in the snow. They're not going to act any differently on your bus just because it's snowing or it's raining or there's thunder and lightning or it's fog. It doesn't matter. Same thing with the traffic. The people driving the cars around your bus, they're gonna drive even worse in bad weather. So you have to be even more attentive to what's going on around you when you're operating your vehicle. You're always supposed to be scanning. You're always supposed to be checking your mirror. You never want to be tunnel vision. You're gonna be looking everywhere. You have to make extra efforts to be extra cautious when the weather is bad. Believe me, I know because I've been doing this bus driver thing for
A long periodically time.
You're gonna get a lot, I mean a lot of rude passengers. Sometimes the rudeness is, kind of laid back and low key. Sometimes the rudeness is amplified and exaggerated, and it's like, why? They are everywhere. I'm not sure if there's some sort of school or academy that people go to, like some sort of rude bus passenger academy where they train to do this, but these people are professional, rude people. But let's watch a video real quick of a lady that's being extremely rude. And this is just an example of what you can potentially deal with when you're driving a bus. Right.
Oh, let me get off here, you stupid ass! God damn it!
Ma'am, I'm laying you off right now. Hold
I
on.
want to get off! Damn you! You stupid bastard!
Barrington.
Away, you
Barrington
stupid
is...
ass! Shut up, you ass! I want to get off! Dirty fucking ass, you! Make me want too much back.
She assaulted him. She hit him with that umbrella about 3 times, 2 or 3 times. Yeah, that's assault. He could have pressed charges on her. I don't think he did, but that's assault. I've had similar things to this happen to me. I've not been assaulted with an umbrella, but I have had people think that I was passing a stop, but it wasn't actually a stop. And they're like, hey, excuse me, I pulled the cord, I rung the bell, you're passing my stop. And I'm like, well, I'm actually not at the stop yet. The stop is up here. So as soon as I get to the stop, I'm gonna stop. But there's no stop anywhere for me to stop at yet. Some people are just, I don't know, confusion or I don't know what it is. But people get really upset when you don't do exactly what they tell you to do, even if what they're telling you to do is wrong.
You ain't lying.
And a lot of people will not apologize or will not own up to the fact that they were wrong. One thing I've learned driving the bus is that when a person has come to the conclusion that they are correct and you are incorrect, there's nothing you can say to change their mind, even if you are actually correct. Even if you're using facts and logic, they are still not trying to hear that. So you have to be prepared to deal with that. It's gonna happen. Just gotta make sure that you stay in control, and you have to try your best to not allow it to get to you. And if it does get to you, you have to be prepared for that as well, because you're only human. So you may have to step off the bus for a few seconds to cool down, get out of the seat, whatever you gotta do. Just try your best not to go off and lose it on the passengers like this driver.
Stop talking back to me! This is a stressful job!
Honestly, I could talk to you all day about reasons why you will hate being a bus driver. So instead of doing that, I'll just make a part 2 to this video because I have a long list of things, a long list of reasons why you will hate being a bus driver. Honestly, this isn't really about me hating my job or bus drivers hating their job. It's just some things that can really get to you and some things to consider if you're looking into driving a bus. So it's just, being real, being transparent, and presenting you with all the facts you need to make an educated choice on going into the field of being a public transit bus driver. It's a good job. It's a rewarding job. But there are things that could potentially make you hate being a bus driver. So look out for part 2. I'm also going to do a video letting you know things that you will love about driving a bus. Reasons that you will love being a bus driver. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you subscribe. Give me the thumbs up. And thanks for watching Bus Driver Life.